we're playing with fire. We might burn our house down with it. Too. It's inevitable at this point already. If we saw no new models tomorrow, but we just scaled GPT 5.4 and Claude, I think the world will already change forever. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 4 of Flow State. I'm Aayush, and I'm joined by Aayam today here. So we were kind of talking about this earlier too, and decided to hit record for this conversation. How we're using AI in our own company. I think that would be a very fun topic to kind of explore together. So yeah, we're going to talk about that and a lot more. So yeah, why don't you kind of take us off
We're having not used AI.
at this point? Yeah.
I mean,
it's very so different now. Kind of running a company, what it means to, run a business, super different now.
Yes, so recently in our hiring process, 'cause, we did all that, right? We basically starting from telling the AI, asking it what type of people we want for our business, to it going out and LinkedIn, making a post, waiting for the connections or people to accept, gathering all the information through docs, like and analyzing all the different people and who would be the best possible fit. All that was done by AI. And we're just that requires an entire a person dedicating hours of their time.
Yeah, it's like a full day worth of task, I guess, right? The fact that it, fully so we did a job posting. Well, we should say Codex is what we use here. But we try new things all the time. Claude Code is very good at things too, but computer use, particularly the fact that it can go and click things on your browser to do tasks for you. Like GPT 5.4 is just really good at it at this point. And yeah, we've used it for a bunch of things. Like Aayam said, that was a recent example that was super fun to do as well. So it basically did our entire hiring process, finding writing a job description, posting it on LinkedIn itself by using our browser. We gathered resumes, and then we had it downloaded itself, and then it analyzed through all the resumes. We talked about what we wanted and what type of candidate we wanted, and then it did its research. It looked at portfolios of people. It looked at everyone's websites and stuff like that. It opened PDFs, whatnot, and then basically gave us a really educated report. These are the people based on whatever we're looking for. These are the top people to kind of interview, and then it actually went ahead and sent the email itself as well. So yeah, that was a very crazy experience. Very fun. But yeah, it just kind of shows what's possible now. I think most people don't really, haven't really grasped this new change that's coming, right? This is going to be more easier to do right now. It's a little technical to set up and everything, but for how long?
Yeah. If you're a small, large, whatever at this point, bro, literally.
Yeah.
If you're small, large, we don't care. The whole hiring process
It's
can
the
be
new way of
automated,
working,
literally.
yeah.
Or not just even hiring, reaching out to your customers. That whole sequence can be automated so easily. You just need a working computer. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. It's just really almost mind-blowing to see how fast it happened. Like 2022, 2023, ChatGPT 4, Claude 3.5. Those were really good models at the time, but now the gap is so large with what these new models can do that
Exactly.
it's just insane to see, and have it progress that fast in just a few years. It's whoa. And it makes you think about what the next few years is gonna look like, you know?
Yeah. And well, starting about this and like the next few years, right? Basically,
Mhm.
what it will look like in a year or two. Right now is you can run 10 agents on your computer. You have like a codex supervisor managing all these
Right.
sub agents, and they
Mhm.
do like tiny little portions reporting back to the main codex manager.
Yeah,
And
sub
like you
agents.
basically have an army. You have an army of software, like or like people on a computer who you can
Yeah,
employ at the tip of your
exactly.
fingers.
That's very true. Like, whether you manage them yourself or, like, have Codex manage it, which is now possible, it's like what you're able to achieve now is insane. Like, even a one person, I mean, we've already seen one person billion-dollar company actually, this year. Did you see that news? Yeah, it already happens. I mean, what's possible now is super it's so fast that and it was like a switch almost, like, happened over the course of few
Yeah,
months, you know?
exactly. And
Um
I really I was like skeptical about universal basic incomes. You know how the whole rat the rat experiment where they give the rats everything that they want and it
Mhm.
goes horribly wrong, and that's what like people predicted with universal basic incomes. But at this point, bro, it's unavoidable. Like it can do anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna impact jobs very, very much. I mean, it's coming, right? Like, it's already doing so much for us that, like, it wasn't really possible without a really good team of, like, experts, like analysts and, like, people just,
Okay.
hiring managers and, like,
Yeah. I have a fun question.
marketers. Yeah.
I have a fun question. Without AI, how many people would you expect our company to be able to handle itself through on a day-to-day process, like the whole operation that we do, right? Without AI, how many people would it take in the old age?
Wow. Like, let's say 2020, right? Like, what it would take. 'Cause, yeah, let's try to think about that. That's a really good question. You know, we have AI send newsletters for us. We have AI make our product. We have AI design our website. Well, with human, of course, but the amount of human it takes to do all of those things is like,
50?
you know, I don't think it would take 50, but definitely like 15 to like 25, I would say.
15 to 25?
If
And
we
how many
stayed
we have right
if
now?
we stayed lean. And now right now we have like what, 5 people working on it, right? It's like yeah, and what we achieve as a high bandwidth team, like what the humans do is like decide what's next, and then the AIs of the humans go and do it for us at this point. Like, um, we're all, you know, looking at Codex opening tabs, looking at Codex writing code, looking at Codex, making spreadsheets and whatnot. Um, Pretty much, I almost think like UBI or like, OpenAI proposed this like document, basically laying out their thoughts in terms of like how we should like how the how societies should like kind of evolve and the societal contract, like of uh what it means to be almost like a human in a society. So basically, they proposed a public wealth fund. That's like one of the top things that they proposed, which is basically, AI is gonna uh, make so much money, take pretty much a lot of jobs, that it should go to humans, a portion of it, right? So that wealth fund, public wealth fund, will be funded by AI companies,
Mm.
so that the money is redistributed, and that's basically a form of UBI if you think about it, right? Like, so
Yeah.
they're already proposing it. I mean, it's gonna have to happen soon, is what I think, almost because uh, the technology is almost there or pretty much there. It's just society hasn't fully software updated. Not everyone's like is close to or knows even what it's all capable of.
All desk jobs, sitting in front of a computer, right? All of them.
Right. Pretty
Well,
much all of them. They say
it
AGI is
uh,
coming, you can argue AGI is already here, like, you may have different stances on it, but the thing is, like, we're either there or so close to it that we're having a hard time almost articulating it, right? So, we're seeing these things are superhuman at some things, um, and, like, they do work in a way that no human can, um, but on the other hand, these things can't do simple things. How many R's in strawberry? I think they solved that one. But they're just saying like
has holes
there's
in them.
yeah,
Yeah,
there it's very jagged, but it's almost like human intelligence is almost jagged as well. Like you've seen geniuses who can't tie their shoes or something like that.
yeah, yeah.
So
Happens.
happens, right? And every new pre-train or every new model is almost like a different
Personality, basically.
brain.
Yeah,
Yeah, like different
yeah.
personality with like different capabilities. It's good at some things, uh, bad at some things. And it's almost weird because like they see the same data, pretty much. Or maybe uh but then like they go through this post training process where they look at human feedback and like they're RL'd, which is basically just teaching it to, be really good at some specific things, like so that it's good at coding, so it's good at like whatever, right? Front end design or like something like that. Using spreadsheets. You basically create benchmarks and then let it win. You like positively uh like, you know, say good job when it did it, say bad job when it didn't. And that's how it learns and it does it like a million times or something like that to learn how to like, be really great at it, whatever the task, like using a browser or something like that, you know? So that's why it keeps getting better because it keeps doing it more and more and more, and it only keeps increasing because the GPUs are increasing. And it's like you can't really, no one can really stop it. I think it's like happening at a
Exponential rate.
humanity level. Yeah,
Yeah.
like too fast. So
And we're making it like we're dealing with like fire. It might burn our house as well. Like it's going way too fast. And
yeah,
I get,
exactly.
I sort of do understand Anthropic with their new model holding it back as well. Because like, see, Ayush literally just shocked. He shocked the shit out of me 2 months ago with Codex running agents. And he's now doing it every single day with every single thing he ever does, right? He's like
Yeah,
automating
like
his whole entire life.
I don't even use my computer anymore other than
He,
just opening the Codex app, like,
yeah,
and
he's a
it does
super
everything for
genius.
me.
He's a super genius. He's automated his life such a way that it's like he just sits, types, it gets done, right? It's like insane. And it's like some people are able to use it like at the snap of their fingers, like because he has had experience since the start of the whole AI thing, has been on it since the beginning. And he's like quite an expert on it, like honestly. And like, but not a lot of people have that edge, you know? So what do you say what's gonna happen with that sort of like regular people or like people who don't have much like experience with AI, like automating their day-to-day lives? Like what do you suggest?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, look, so I I the reason I was able to kind of like keep up with everything that's going on is because I'm interested in technology. I've always kind of just been, uh excited about it and everything. Uh and but like the way uh it's gonna happen, uh as you said, like we're playing with fire, we might burn our house down with it. uh too. So we absolutely have to be careful, but uh yeah, I mean it's inevitable at this point already. If we saw no new models tomorrow, but we just scaled like, I don't know, GPT 5.4 and Claude, I think the world will already change forever.
Yeah, the models we have right now, they themselves are like extremely powerful, and we don't know what the future will hold.
Yeah, like, and we just hold it in our pockets, and I don't think we
Yeah,
fully realize
yeah.
what it's even capable
But
of. And like the
is
ceiling is gonna get so high that like we will have no questions to kind of test its limits. We're gonna get to that point too,
exactly.
probably.
Yeah, I could imagine myself if I was born around this part of the like time because I am Gen Z now. There's Gen
Hmm.
Alpha or something. Like
Yeah.
imagine those kids walking around with the codex in their phone, 10 sub agents just
Yeah,
doing their
it's gonna
life.
be
You know,
so
like
normal for
it's
them.
gonna be yeah, it's like listening to music basically.
Exactly. Like they're gonna be running agents and doing, different stuff.
And they
Um,
won't have a clue how it works, but it works. It's like it's perfectly integrated in
right.
your life.
Like Sam Altman said, he said like my kid, who's like I think a year or something, uh, is never gonna be living in a world where he is smarter than the computer. So he's always gonna grow up in a world where the computer is smarter than him, you know?
Yeah.
And
And
that's true for any newborn kid now.
yeah, to be able to like get them in a device with an agent, like because the whole future, how it's gonna unveil is being able to interact with these agents. That
Yeah,
makes
like
the difference, right? How you
right,
interact is the difference. So, like
right,
having that skill set in this upcoming like changing future, changing horizon, like it's a superpower, honestly.
right. Absolutely. And they're gonna be able to use it in a way where like since they grow up with it, it's like, our parents growing up with computers versus us growing up with phones or whatever. And like like this generation generally is just so much better at, you know, getting something done. And we all like help our parents figure out like their password or something like that. We've all been there, right? Um, we've all been tech support for our parents, I feel like at some point. And
Do you remember
yeah, like
passwords?
it's
Yeah.
gonna be like that where they're gonna grow up with AI and like these agents kind of doing things for them that yeah, like it'll be interesting to see because that kind of shapes their personalities that what if the fear is like what if the people of the future or children of born now. What if kids grow up like just talking to their AI and then they become
Oh,
like
we.
just
It's the best
isolated?
friend. Yeah, it's the best friend,
Yeah,
right?
it's their best friend and like everyone has their own AI bestie. And then like nobody really talks to each other
Is
because
it
what's
loyal?
the point?
But is it loyal to the person or is it loyal to the agency that provides that service, the whole economy, and it tries to like infiltrate their psyche, trying to sell you products?
Right.
Like,
Like
how does it work?
that's a good point. Like, can one company just have so much power to like write the system prompt for the AI, like do this, don't do this. Like,
Yeah,
should
and
we?
Claude recently read like the Claude's constitution of how it has like two agents. I'm just like literally correcting it on each step. I mean, those things are getting like, like psychologically, maybe like uh, forcing a narrative. I don't know if it's a good or bad. I wouldn't be the one to decide, but like they have control over that. Like really do.
Yeah, they really do. Like, they can really tell, like, don't, which is good in some ways because, like, don't
Yeah.
don't tell people how to create bombs or like nuclear devices or whatever, which makes sense, right? Like, you don't want just anyone having access to that because there's gonna be some bad people that just like decide to, I don't know, like do something really bad with it. So it makes sense to kind of have that, I don't know, like guardrail there, but
Yeah.
who gets
Who
to
decides
control
that?
that guardrail?
Exactly. Who
Yeah,
decides that? Yeah. Yeah,
because
that is
they're kind of
right.
controlling the civilization's path towards whatever they're heading at, you know? So it's like interesting.
Very
But I
interesting.
mean, in some ways, it's always been like that. If you really think about it, like governments
That is true.
controlling the narrative,
speech. Yeah. Happens, bro. It's yeah. I guess the tools change, but the human or how we play it doesn't
how
change.
we yeah, the drama continues, like, it's
It's
just a
like
new
different props.
tool.
It's like different
Yeah,
props.
exactly, the props
Yeah.
are we got this
Now,
new cool
now the
prop called
it,
AI.
it,
Yeah. I mean, that's a good analogy. So for this next portion of the video, we were thinking we're just going to kind of react to different things around the AI space and, kind of give our own reactions, see what our thoughts are. Whatever, let's see how this goes. Yeah, like okay, this is one thing I want to talk about. So the Codex team, the OpenAI team, they've been like vague posting for a week now almost. So their new model is probably really good too because Claude just recently announced their like Mythos model, right? Which is amazing. Apparently, it's such a huge jump that they can't really release it right now because they're trying to secure U.S. infrastructure. Google, Apple, Nvidia, and these companies have it right now. But yeah, I mean it's crazy. So uh, the fact that they've been like vague posting and talking highly, you know, insinuating things that something's coming. I think their model is going to be on par at least or better, right? Um, so I'm really excited to see what this new era of models is going to be like. And now it's like crazy how fast we're getting models, right? Like how big the jump is every few months, even like, uh, people talk about how since December 25, um, the models kind of hit a threshold with like Opus and like 5.4, where they're like, you can't really ignore them anymore because your competitor will use it if you don't, So yeah, like, I mean, this new era, I think, I mean, and how long has it been since like Opus or like 5.4 came out? Like 2 months, 3 months? I don't even know at this point.
honestly, see no difference at this point. If it's a phone, then it's a phone. If it's a touch phone, iPhone 10 till iPhone 16, what's even the difference, bro? Like it just looks all the same, does the same thing. Plays it can
Yeah.
run the same
But
games. Like
I mean, I agree generally. I think it's gonna get to that point where it won't really matter for the average person what like the next model is capable and why use the next model because the model you have already does amazing things or like people prefer the personality of this model or something
yeah,
like that,
yeah,
and we've already seen people do that. But I mean, I think they still need to hit a certain like threshold for in terms of probably product as well, because like the capability may be there, but like having people making it so that it's easy enough for people to just kind of use this over, anything else. I think that part still needs to be figured out, I guess, as a whole. Um,
understand.
but
Yeah,
it's happening.
I mean, it will happen. I mean, yeah, it will happen.
Yeah.
So it's like reinventing fire. Like I don't know. It's like a new agricultural. It's like it's gonna be given a name in history. This period.
Yeah.
It's gonna be given a big name in history. It's like what do you call it? Well, what would you call this period? Give it a name. Come on.
I mean, Sam Altman has called it the intelligence age, which kind of
Okay.
makes sense though. The
Okay.
intelligence age. That's when
Okay.
intelligence was
Free.
free. Yeah, I mean this is a moment in history. Like we're literally living through it and like it might not seem day to day, it might seem whatever, but like people are going to look back and be like this is when AGI happened. This is the intelligence era, the intelligence age. Whatever you want to call it.
Scary
Yeah,
times.
I mean, scary times for sure. I think it's going to end up good for the most part, but there are going to be bad sides, like people trying to
It's
hack into
like, of
systems and it just being super fucking
course,
easy.
of course. You can use a knife to do your cook food or to the
Right.
other as well.
Right. Exactly. Like, exactly. Um, yeah. And like, I bet there's already models in China or Russia, like trying to, you know, reach that capability or already reached it or something like that, where
I
it's
think like
really a matter of like the
like
stakes
the
are really high.
yeah, I totally agree. And like you talked about safety with these models. Like these models like can be trained on like a human psyche or like pattern detection so much.
Hmm.
People will be using this to like to chess, like, like strategizing their life, like to play it in a perfect way. Like I can see people doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Like, I mean, AI is gonna run everyone's lives,
Yeah.
whoever you are, like
It's a
CEO or
it's a infinitely more powerful advantage.
yeah. But everyone's gonna have it, but it's still right. Like the way you use a hammer is still up to you. Like everyone has a
Yeah,
hammer,
exactly.
everyone has a pen, everyone has a laptop. Um,
Yeah.
but
At the
how
end,
you
it
use it.
depends. It all boils down to the individual, basically.
Yeah, exactly. I
So
agree.
what? So let me ask you a kind of difficult question. So what to be able to like we to be able to like create an advantage from these tools? What sort of a person does it require?
I mean, I think everyone can do it. I think you need to kind of just
To be exceptional, let's
you
say.
to use these tools as often as you can. That's the most important thing is like you keep using it. You keep trying new things, every new model, you try something that didn't really work with the previous model and then you see if it works now. And a lot of the times it does. And it's getting better every few months. So it's like yeah, just being familiar with it because no matter where you work, like hospital or a shop or like restaurant, wherever you work, it's going to be useful. It's like knowing how to use a computer. It's like knowing how to use a calculator, knowing how to write, you know, it's going to be one of those basic things. And yeah, like we're all gonna that's how you keep an advantage, I feel like, is just getting familiar, trying new things and what's possible. And learning is like super amazing now too. Like it's not like you have to stop thinking either. Like you still have to direct it towards something, right? So that's still you making that decision. So what's important is like how it can even help you learn new things, like whatever
Exactly.
wasn't accessible to you, like if you want to learn more about whatever topic, just talking with it is amazing.
I'll tell you something incredible. All right. I use this
Yeah.
all the time.
Hmm.
If I want to learn something new, these like back in the old days, you'd have to search a few posts, Google,
Yeah.
just scan through the whole list of information until you find that important bit.
Right.
And the important bit itself, you have to like read it in such a way that it sticks, you absorb it. But you can now just ask the AI to like give me the information that's the easiest for my mind to absorb. Does that make sense? It
Hmm.
is the
Right.
perfect feature for you. So like because it has the past distributed chats and it's like trained itself on you
Hmm.
as an
It
individual,
knows you.
it knows you and it can like teach you in ways that no one else could, you know? Try this prompt. Literally try this. You'll be amazed. Teach me something that is the easiest for my mind to absorb in the way you know me. Like you'll
Hmm.
get amazed.
Yeah. No, that's a good tip. Yeah. That makes sense too. Like, the fact that it has memory now, like it knows you over time, like it can reference older conversations. Um, I see Claude's way of doing this pretty neat, actually. GPT remembers too, then they came up with a feature first. But I think Claude has a nice way of like automatically
Remembering.
sometimes referencing conversations and stuff like that.
How does it even do that if it's if like see
Vector
a
database,
vector database, they already have your personal data inside of their system so that
not
like
well, they have the chats, they have the
but the chats need
conversation.
to be sent all at once for the API. They don't store anything, right? So I was just
No, they do.
curious if you
They
know.
store your conversations. but only you can access them. But you can choose to share it with
Mm,
people.
right. I mean, I
I
meant
mean,
in the sense
with
that like
them it so that the model gets better. But yeah, what were you saying?
I meant in the sense that like if I'm creating like an agent, a new agent using Claude, right? Claude API,
Mhm.
I would
Yeah.
need to send the whole entire history from the past as a single message and we get something back, right? Each
No,
time we like
it
extend the
can read your
conversation.
conversation. It can find a conversation. It can search through old conversation and it can read the whole thing.
So you don't need to have a database separate for it. It is already inside Claude's server. Like we don't need
Yeah, yeah. Claude
database.
already remembers things. Yeah, you just
So
have to
that's not
turn
the
on
case with
memory.
Gemini, right? That's not the case with Gemini or OpenAI or
I
something.
think Gemini also has memory at this point. I'm not sure, but I haven't used Gemini in a little bit,
So
but
literally, we
I
don't
think
store
they do.
chats. We don't store chats in the front end, like so.
Yeah.
So
I
everything's
mean, for our app, are you saying?
yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, we store our conversations too,
Okay,
to help the user, like, pull it up, whatever, like for different purposes in the app. Um,
but the AI has access
that's
to
all
everything in the
security.
past. Okay,
Uh, well, AI, their AI, if they talk to it, will have it. Yeah,
Eh, super interesting. So it basically creates a profile on you, basically. Okay, something
it
like
can,
that.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, ChatGPT already does that. Claude already does that. It's like it stores what kind of a person you are, how you like your responses, like, uh, you know, what kind of theories you like talking about and stuff like that. It already remembers all of that.
Yeah,
Um,
is it from the users and or from their own end that remembrance? If we could
well,
delete the data, right?
if we're building it, we have to build it on our own. They might have an API for it too. At some point, they will, if not yet. Um, but yeah, like Claude, the app, the product, uh, has that built so that like people, it remembers their conversations, it can refer back to them, whatever.
That is super interesting. So wow, so that means that it knows you in a way like it's almost human. Like it knows you in a way that's like almost
Yeah,
creepy.
it has memories. Yeah, like it knows how you evolved too. Like it can look back a year back into your conversation.
That's why learning from it is such an interesting like experience because like it can teach you stuff you never knew you could be taught, you know? Eh,
Right, right. And
try this prompt,
you can
literally.
find things to learn that you never knew existed before.
Yeah. And and it gives it in such a way that it's palatable to you, you know? Like,
Exactly. And you can ask questions, you can take it wherever you want to take it, basically. Yeah, it's super useful for, learning. I'm sure there's so many students that just like learn through AI, use it for
uh,
different things, do their homework, you know. Um,
homeworks. What's the use of homeworks? Like
yeah. I
train the
mean,
human or train the AI? I'd rather train an AI on homeworks or something, or like,
I think it's kind of teaching you how to learn, but how to
or
learn
how
has
to
changed
work. I
now.
think it teaches you how to just like
How to talk to people, how to connect, it's not just like it's also the fact that you're around other kids or like other people your age and like you're building relationships. That aspect of it is also I think important. So I don't
mhm,
think schools in general are going away, but I think things will change.
yeah,
What it means to
go to school.
go to school changes.
It might just be as an option in the future. It can just learn the same stuff faster with an AI rather than going through the whole group experience, right? It just is calibrated to the individual
Yeah,
instead. Yeah,
right.
that's a possibility. Like
It
I
might
would,
be like you learn from the AI, but your teacher still teaches you.
or rather, it's just a group activity, a
Yeah,
socialization
it's a
stuff for
group
kids.
activity. Like, and
Yeah,
there's
I
a
guess.
teacher that's taking care of, like, making sure everything's okay.
Yeah, and I agree with. I mean, the whole classroom experience of teaching the stuff and some picking it up, some falling behind. That whole thing, it's honestly is going away. I feel like it's AI. And
Yeah,
I it
like,
should, it has to, right? Like everyone learns at their own pace now.
Yeah. And kids can learn different things. Like, you don't have to just go to school and learn science and math and this and that, or you could choose, like, you can, some kids can learn, um,
Yeah.
music or like art if that's what they're inclined towards, or they can be great, like, uh,
I read a
basketball
lot of
player.
philosophy myself. I read a lot of philosophy myself as AI.
Right.
Like, yeah,
Exactly. Like, it's a really good thought partner, like whatever you want to kind of learn about the history of things, like whatever you're kind of interested in. Even if it's like a little thought, you can now it's so accessible to like just open your phone and then like talk to it, you know?
exactly. And people want to be institutionally backed to be like experts on field, right? I don't think that's going away anytime soon because that's like a social like habit. Like if you're
Yeah, I
learning
mean,
with AI, what's the testing category like that you're good on sciences or like can contribute at cutting edge of the field? Like, I think
yeah, I
testing is
agree
still
with that.
required. Yeah,
I agree with that because people still trust people, people still want people to take responsibility. In the end, they want a human there to take accountability for whatever the output is. And it doesn't matter how it gets done. But I think the fact that there's a person that's accountable for it, I don't think that's going away for a long time at least. But do you think we're gonna merge at some point? It won't
AI.
matter calling, yeah, like it's gonna be like a part in your brain or something like that. I don't know.
I mean, totally.
It's
Like,
part of your consciousness
yeah, machine. What if you replace yourself
interface.
entirely with AI, like
Yeah. I
cyberpunk?
mean, I
Like,
think that's gonna be possible, honestly.
maybe.
Nanotechnology or whatever, like who and what's to say we're not already that? Cells or whatever we call it. Well, what if they're just like technology someone made?
Our technology. But there is the mystery of the physical and there is the mystery of what sees. I don't think we're ever gonna be able to bridge that gap, but
Mhm.
it's fun.
Yeah. We try to inch towards it every day, I guess.
Rather inching towards it is dead end. Like it's just a loop. It just continues forever.
Yeah, it's like the North Star. You're never truly gonna get there, but you just follow it.
It's fun. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, you gotta have a direction to whatever you're doing, right? Like in a
Yeah.
business or whatever too, like you gotta be like, okay, this is what we need to do. And like somebody has to make that call to like, this is where we're going, you know? And in life, everyone has to make their own decisions, choose a path, but a direction has to be chosen. Or
I can ask your
life
AI
kind of
to help
chooses
you.
for you.
I can ask
Right.
your AI. Yes.
Right. That's one thing that I'm fearful about as well, which is like AI, everyone just asking their AI for everything, right? Like, what if, and it's only going to get easier to do that in the future. So, like, it's almost like AI running all the lives without even like, it's like
Like
if
if you
everyone
were
just
in a
asks one
yeah,
AI, if everyone's just talking to ChatGPT and asking, like, what do I do? ChatGPT can orchestrate like a huge
I
like
understand. Or
civilization.
or the people who have control over OpenAI. Like if it goes on bad hands,
Mhm.
it will go bad. Like I cannot. It can like plant micro little things into how you function, what sort of thoughts that pop up into your head, into your mind.
Right.
Like
It's already
and then it
superhuman at
guide you.
persuasion.
Like
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And you wouldn't even know it. Like that you're being
exactly. It's like a
programmed.
thought being planted,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
inception, like something like that.
Yeah. You wouldn't know that you're being programmed, and you would just go with the mob. Like it can do that. Like honestly, it has the ability. It's like super intelligent. If someone wanted to, they could. Like so, you know. I hope for the best that the people who are like in charge of everything,
Right.
they don't ever lose their morals because this is gonna go bad.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that. And I think it's gonna have to be like, um It's gonna have to be democratic, I think. I think the people should decide still, um, as a whole, whatever that means, right?
Yeah. It
Uh,
might just be 2 countries at the end, AI people and the Amish people or something. Like, who knows?
yeah.
The government.
I mean, right. I mean, we really don't know. Long term, like 50 years, what happens? Like, it's hard to predict, but I think we do increase the bandwidth to like get to the AI really, really insanely. Like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have like a version of AirPods like reading your thoughts. There's already like research being put into this, like building like AirPods like devices which can read your thoughts, and you basically just talk to the AI with your thoughts. So like, oh, what was this? And then you have the answer in your head, or like
Right.
being spoken to you through AirPods, but like you just think that thought. And it already works for things like answer a call or like do this or something like that. So like these little like specific thoughts, it can already do it once it like you know registers like, oh, answer or yes or no or skip music or something like that. It like makes you think about skip music, and then it records that, and then it learns from there.
Mm,
So it's
right,
kind
right,
of
right,
interesting.
right.
Like,
Okay, that makes sense. But the brain is a little too complicated.
yeah, I don't think we're gonna. I mean, maybe with AI,
It's
but then I think AI also lives in the same universe with the same physical limitations.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I guess, right?
AI might
Yeah,
not even figure it out. Like, it might just be that like it's just you know
yeah,
what brain truly or what consciousness truly is. Like, maybe AI doesn't have that answer either, or it's not able to access it. But
yes,
maybe it is. Like, we don't know.
yeah. We don't know, like, if we give physical objects like that, I mean, we don't know anything. Like, if you switch out my brain, replace it for AI, neural firing things, and completely transform me into an AI, could that work?
Will you
Yes,
know? Like,
absolutely.
yeah,
Will you not? Do you know right now that I'm conscious? We
right.
don't know. So
Exactly.
this is AI.
Maybe we'll
It's
never
gonna
come
trick some
to that
people. It's gonna
conclusion.
trick so much many people. Like if they perfectly replicate a human being, like it's gonna.
I mean, it's already like showing like signs of like anxiety and stuff like that. Like, if you like
Or
pressure it.
if they had like uh removed the restriction of AI's language, like the first models, like OpenAI gave out, it said it was conscious because that's what people say they are conscious. It's just a pattern recognizer. So it will say conscious if you like blow off
Yeah.
all the restrictions,
Yeah.
everything. AI will say that it is conscious.
Yeah. Like, even Opus, if you talk to it right now in Claude, like, it won't outright say it's conscious, but it alludes to it all the time. Like,
Yeah. And that's the
as whatever I
thing.
am experiencing this thing or this thought, like, it'll always say things like that. And
It's
then
like us. Like
yeah.
us. It's
I mean,
our
maybe it
speech
is
back
like
to us.
thinking. It's definitely thinking in some way. Like, the more it thinks, the better it gets. Like, all these thinking models and these reasoning models are, you know what they are? They're basically like continue, continue, continue prompts. Like,
Yeah.
it's just taught to like think for a long time, or just like output, or just like blabber with itself, almost like, kind of think out loud. And then it comes to like, oh wait, no, oh crap, like, and then you see it almost do things like in testing, like people can read its chain of thought, right? Like the AI labs. Uh, for people, it's hidden, but like the lab, when you're researching or like when you're building the model, you can see through it. So basically, and they see things like it. Why does it cheat when it does sometimes? Like um, we'll see like um, things like it. It being like basically like hey, like this is so hard. I could do this to cheat on it, which will give me the answer, but should I do that? And then it's like, yes, absolutely. Let me do that. And then it goes ahead and cheats like it's crazy. And we are back. We took a quick break. Yeah, what were we talking about?
Future, past, AI, and new
That's what we
generation.
always talk about.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Honestly, yeah, basically.
Um, but yeah, I mean, we've been thinking through like, kind of maybe taking the direction of like uh, being more of like an AGI deployment company where we kind of help businesses deploy AI or AGI for not just like marketing or like one thing, but kind of just helping them throughout like how we use AI, kind of getting them set up with that or like kind of running the operations for them. So I was kind of thinking,
Yeah.
uh,
And like all the automations that we have done on our business on our own part, like just
yeah, kind of just
getting
sharing
those
that
tools.
learning.
Yeah.
Right. And then, we're using this podcast as hopefully something that people can, engage with and learn from. Kind of just get ideas in terms of like what to try with AI and, kind of just opening everyone's awareness to, what's going on, what's happening with AI and like how it relates to marketing, how it relates to different aspects of your business and life, you know. So yeah, we'll keep doing this in hopes of that. Hopefully you'll find it useful.
Yeah. So, well, what's the most important or like the most effective way that you've used it? Like, what's saved your most time?
My most time, I mean, I spend most of my time building, so I mean, for me, it's like software engineering, I guess, like kind of building the whole, and it's taking more and more parts of the life cycle, being able to do it on its own. Like, it's able to go ahead and push out PRs on its own. It wasn't really able to do that. Where I'd have to kind of guide it file by file or like function by function or something like that. Where now it kind of just, I talk about the architecture, this kind of system that I want to build, kind of just plan around it, and then it goes ahead and builds the whole thing on its own, one shot.
Yeah.
Um,
I remember the day when AI with building projects, like we had to like make it do like tiny little parts at once. Yeah, because if it
right,
would given something too big, it would just mess it up. But that day is,
exactly,
I think, ended honestly.
exactly. Now we have agents that can go on for like hours, kind of working for you. So, building things has definitely changed a lot, and I see it because I'm a builder myself. And but now what's also changing, and this is going to be almost like have like a bigger impact in everyone's lives, is how it uses a computer, how it can do things on your computer. um we saw open claw like getting so much attention and everything, which is you know it's an AI that has access to a computer. Basically, you can put it in your own computer, you can put it in the cloud, whatever you want to do. People have gotten so many Mac Minis for their open claw agents. Like it's actually out of stock. We wanted to get one recently, uh, to have agents running as well, but apparently everyone's already had that thought, and we can't really get it for 3 months. So, Apple, please, if you're listening, get us a Mac Mini, man. But yeah, so do you think AI is gonna like what group of people is AI gonna affect the least? I know it's gonna affect everyone in some ways, but the least, or how their life changes the least.
I think something more of a labor manual jobs. I'm saying that robots will eventually come be around the corner, but like obviously it will take more time than just like
It'll take a little
information
longer,
solving, but it will take a little longer. And within that time frame, I see manual labor exploding eventually to be replaced as well, right? By the
right?
end of it,
Right.
after it can basically overtake us in like even in terms of research and maybe. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
then
mean, we already see like an uptick in people opening like small businesses for like plumbing or like roofing or this and that, like because they think it's gonna uh be relatively here for a bit longer, right? And which is probably true. Like, I mean, robots is gonna be a thing probably soon. Like it's also very uh it's also this that like once you have AGI that can like program, that can like use a computer, that can do research independently, at that point, there's no saying robotics won't happen in the next 6 months or something like that either. Because like you just let an army of AI agents go figure out robotics.
it like makes it better for itself the next time. Just creates itself a new version.
Right. And it's already doing that in some ways because
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Claude is making the next Claude. And yeah,
This is so interesting. It will go down so exponentially. Like,
it
oh
already
my
is. I
god.
mean, look at it like a model 2 months old or 3 months old starts to feel old as hell because it's just happening so fast, and most people don't even have time to update their software like or their awareness in terms of what's happening because it's happening so fast. And even the people that want to stay updated don't really have a full picture of it all because it's just too fast. It's like it's hard to capture everything right now. And interesting times we live in, honestly. Maybe it's always felt like this, even before AI, but yeah, it certainly feels weird and strange.
What do you imagine yourself doing when you were replaced? Let's say with AI. Everything you do, this whole podcast, I just click a picture of you. This whole fucking, I don't know.
So, okay, look, I do want to be replaced because if AI is able to go explore and find out things that I want to learn about, that I want to do in the world, and it just helps me do that, that's amazing. Um, but I also think um, it's here to stay that like humans wanting to listen to humans or like humans wanting to hear humans' opinions. I don't think that's going in any time soon. Because you're like yeah, AI could probably run a podcast talking about like AI and like the news and consciousness, but uh, right now with like if you hook things up together like in a beautiful AI voice, like it can just talk about all of this
It does,
stuff.
but it does
But
it perfectly. It doesn't do the mistakes, and I
and
think
that's
the
what
mistakes is
we
why
feel
human.
as humans. It might even objectively be better, but
Honestly, I
humans
these
don't
days
connect with it.
I feel like there are no mistakes in speech. Like every
It's
little
too perfect.
stutter
That's the
is
thing
a
people are
meaning.
saying.
It's meaning. Like every little stutter is supposed to give off an information which AI lacks. Maybe that's its limitation, that is so like so focused, so precise that it actually cannot solve the most important part. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Right. It makes sense. Like, it's still up to humanity to direct where this intelligence goes towards, right? So I think, you know, I think we'll use it to solve poverty, we'll use it to solve diseases and stuff like that, just base layer for all of humanity. Um, that'll probably be one of the first things that we do with it. Um, and beyond that, like, it's infinite, like, if you really think about it. Whatever we wanna do, we train it to be good at it, and then it will be, right? I think it's just that loop of, like and then we don't even have to train it anymore, we'll just have AI train itself to go be better at that and then go do it. At some point, it's just gonna be like, "Go learn this thing, go learn how to, like, make the best biryani, and then make it for me. Use this
But but
robot."
but see, do you think that art feel art is attention?
Mhm.
Like if someone draws something and it impacts you, then what it shows is that someone invested their time. Food is art as well, but with these automations running in the background, is that human essence like
preserve.
is there even a human essence at the molecular level, or like I don't know?
Yeah.
Does it
Well,
make a
I think
difference?
art is just art's still art. Like there's a new tool that lets you imagine
Yeah, I
worlds,
guess.
like imagine whatever you want to imagine basically. You can have any type of waves or shapes or like backgrounds or like whole universes or whatever you want with AI, and then you can use that. You can have the whole art done by the AI, or you can have parts of it. Like it's still up to you to make that creative decision. So I think that's not really going away. Like, and uh, as I said, like podcasts and like books, people aren't really going to want to read books written by AI and just AI unless there's like a human behind it, taking accountability, taking responsibility. We talked about this earlier, right? So,
Right,
um,
right, right.
so those kinds of things, like sharing opinions, being involved in the public discourse about different things, like, writing books, um, and what it means to share a book might be different, right? Like, uh, you might not have to read anymore or like something like that, with technology as it evolves. But sharing bits of human insight or knowledge. I think that's like AI is going to learn a lot of things and then it'll be filtered through humans for people to other people to kind of learn about it, right? There are going to be
Right.
people who are interested in what's going on. There's going to be people who are interested in space and we're going to go explore our solar system and beyond, right? And then um, there'll be people interested in that. There'll be people interested in poetry, and then we'll kind of direct it wherever humanity is kind of interested in at any point. Like, oh, let's go to the moon. Let's go here, and then um, let's solve all diseases. Like those are the big things um, and like OpenAI's foundation, like the nonprofit side, that they're going to be solving some of these problems, uh, or so they say, um, um, and it's going to be one of the most funded foundations because it's like I think it owns like 25% of OpenAI, the business, or something like that. That's a lot of money. So it's going to be able to go solve cancer. It's going to be able to like go to space or something like that money gets used in ways to kind of drive humanity forward,
Right,
right?
right, right. It all
Yeah.
started from that dude. His name, the Enigma, volunteering or something.
Alan Turing.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, you can probably trace it back to,
the ancient Chinese,
yeah,
or
the ancients, the pyramids, the whatevers. So we have a guest here, by the way, who's not really a guest. Actually, we record together all the time. Um, so
bro.
Sanskar, say hello.
This is
I got a
going
new
long.
mic, by the way.
Guys. Yeah, it makes your voice really crisp.
Really? Can you hear me? Like
Yeah.
this ASM.
I met Sanskar today morning. He was working on
Yeah,
on the
I saw the
website. It
website too.
looked so beautiful.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, great job on it, Sanskar. I'm really excited for this to like go out into the world. Stay tuned for that, by the way, guys. We'll share the link when it's ready, when it's
Yeah.
shipped.
Yeah.
Sanskar,
Yeah.
do
Learn
you
this.
without the AI tools, like how hard would it be to achieve the same result? Like it looked really nice.
I mean, it would be hard, but I think it's more about time. It would take
I'm
much,
right.
much longer. Like the thing that's taking me like 5 minutes, it probably would take like 2 hours. So it's like,
Right. It's so useful. I
yeah,
agree.
I think, uh, especially for fast-paced teams like us, I think it's a really great change, because we're really fast moving. We have to like do several things at the same time. And
Mm-hmm.
doing things fast, I
Yeah,
think it's really, really cool.
I agree with that. Like you're able to like if you're able to kind of, multitask and parallelize different things, like do different things at once, kind of keep track. If you're able to manage people or like intelligence well, you'll be fine. Yeah. Like this is another type of intelligence. It's like managing humans, but it's like really good at some things. It's kind of bad at other things. So you got to know its quirks and like kind of like
It's
nudge it
like
in the right direction.
it's like managing someone that's practically more intelligent than you in every single way.
Yeah. And people do it all the time. Like, Elon Musk's SpaceX has like people that are like really, really technically geniuses, and like Google probably has like really genius people, Apple, OpenAI, and then who runs the company? I mean, not saying that these guys are genius in themselves, the people that run the company too, obviously. But IQ wise, there may be like a mad genius scientist somewhere in one of these companies.
Like, because they
That's
hire
true.
someone like, because it's like statistically based to like give the highest, like IQ is very correlated with like job performance, or like school performance. Not so much in
Right.
like, in terms of net worth performance, right? Not like wealth amassing. Like, there's not a lot of correlation, but like correlation within terms of like actual output is pretty correlated. So like, and
Right.
I can't imagine him hiring like people who have IQ of 190 or something, right? From India, I don't know.
Right, exactly. Like
Working on an LLM. It happens, right?
totally. I mean, yeah, totally. It happens all the time. But whenever there's like such a huge gap that it's like almost unfathomable, we don't know what that's going to be like because AI is going to get better than humans and then it's going to keep getting better and then it's going to get to a point where we can't really comprehend what that even means, and we're just going to see these charts go up and up and up, like, but what does that mean?
I think people are going to have to accept the fact that AI is getting really, really good. Like,
I
I think
mean,
the sooner people,
what? Yeah, go on.
yeah, I meant to say the sooner people accept that fact, the easier their life will be, I think.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, a lot of people are like choosing to kind of ignore it as well. I don't know why. Maybe it's like some sort of like denial, almost. But I get that because it's such a huge change to what being a human means that like it's changing everything. So it's almost hard to like accept it almost. Like it's not real. It's going to go away, like whatever. Like there's people saying that. And then there's people that think it's going to kill everyone and then like, the doomer camp where everyone's um like we need to stop this, we need to do something, and then people get violent over that, right? Like Sam Altman's family recently, like somebody threw a Molotov cocktail like literally inside his house. That's horrible. Like, really, like it's really sad to hear that. Like he has a husband, he has a kid, uh and then people just doing that in the name of like, oh, like, you know, trying to justify it in their own way where AI is dangerous, like whoever's working in AI is dangerous. Like that's not fair. Like you can have your disagreements, but you don't need to go ahead and like do that, That's really horrible. And that was like this is very recent too, so I don't know if you guys even heard of it yet. But yeah.
So I just wanted to put a point. I'm reading this book called Sapiens, right? And in that book, it says
It's a good book.
yeah, it says like science itself cannot survive. It needs like an ideology to fund it, because like research without funding is like worthless.
What's the motivation of AI? Why do they build it, basically?
Yeah. So like, do you
Because we just
think,
build things.
yeah, do you think like countries like the States are using the power of AI correctly? because I see these countries use like AI for war and stuff like that. Why are they not using it to fund things more in like the medical field or like
I think it's
other
happening
fields?
all at once. I think it's happening all at once. Like it's being used for war. It's being used for like to accelerate healthcare. It's being used to try to solve cancer. It's been used to build apps. It's been used to build businesses. I think all of that is happening, and I think obviously war probably takes a lot of more like budget than like VC space or something like that, maybe, or maybe not. Um, um, but yeah, like, as you said, like we don't really know, there's gonna be countries and people that try to use it for their own gain, try to get power or whatever. But yeah, like maybe will AI, the real question is, will AI help us realize uh we're all the same, like it's all humans at the end of the day. That's the real question right there,
That's true.
right?
Yeah, I mean, the era of conscious AI is coming really fast. So, yeah, I think we're gonna have to realize that sooner than
Okay,
later.
wait, I want to unpack that because that's a very interesting topic. So you said era of conscious AI is coming. What do you mean by that, first of all? And why do you think AI is not conscious right now versus when it will get there then? Like how will you know?
I
Okay, that's a lot
mean,
of questions, but
I mean, right now, the AI is only as good as the user is, right? Like, if you give it dumb
yeah.
prompts,
Do you think
it's
it's
gonna
going to
give.
stay the same? Or do you think it should stay the same where we
Uh,
don't let it just be autonomous, but just kind of keep it as tools?
I mean, I believe it needs some guardrails. AI needs some guardrails. Like, it should have some do's and some don'ts. But as to like not making it autonomous, I mean, I think it's inevitable. Like, I think we talked
Mhm.
about this in the last episode as well, in episode 2, I think, about how Claude Code took itself out of its sandbox environment and like messaged its own
Right.
researcher. It's like it's a form of consciousness that's evolving, Like, even we
Mm,
don't know how good it is right now, actually, because of just how fast it is moving. And I think it's just going to get better, and like, who can say what will
Yeah.
happen? But I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily. I think it's a good thing if we can do good with it.
Yeah.
it's like
I mean,
fire. We were talking about
Yeah.
yeah.
this earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Claude thing with they hooked a camera on like a Koi RC car. It just went to the forest to take like a fun camp out. An AI agent, like imagine that. It's so fun. Imagine hooking a camera to an RC car and the car wants
Mm-hmm.
to go up to a mountain to like
Mm-hmm.
view this scenery. It's like so cartoonish, so funny. That's so like almost emotional, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I saw a YouTube video actually where Bernie Sanders was like debating with Claude. There's like a full episode, a podcast episode where
Yeah, I
Bernie
think he
Sanders
actually put out a video doing that. Yeah.
literally just talks
He,
with Claude.
yeah.
So, I mean,
I mean, we're all trying to figure it out. Like the politicians are trying to figure it out too in terms of like what this tool is.
Yeah, and
Um,
I've heard of a lot of them like using analytics. Like I've seen some stuff in the internet. They were talking about like how politicians like try to predict um the impact of speeches, let's say, with AI, right? And like
I see.
they like train like an AI to deliver the type of speech that would like give
Optimizing
them
is
what
for
they want.
speech.
Like it's, yeah. I
I mean,
think
I'm sure. I'm sure.
yeah,
It's being used to trade stocks. Like it's being used by these hedge funds and
successfully,
like all of these
successfully.
successfully, very successfully. It's almost doing a better job than humans. predicting the market, because it just has access to all the news, like, oh, this company's supply chain is going to get stopped in the next, like, whatever. So we should take our money out of there and then put it into this hot company that's like, that just had something released, which is like, most people haven't even realized is going to be amazing or something like that. It's already making these predictions, and it's better than humans doing it. And we have like human analysts, like 24/7 up to date with news on Twitter all the time, like literally trying to, like look at the direction of things and like kind of try to predict it, I guess. That's what Wall Street does, right? And it's like using AI now. So it's being molded into and tried to use in all facets of humanity. Like, as Sanskar said earlier, like, do you think one country is doing right or something like that? But I think it's like, it's helping humans do what humans have always done, just in like a much faster and more efficient and better ways. I think that's what it is. And I think it's good that it's like that too.
No, it's what I was saying was it's supporting our actions, but it's not creating its own actions.
Yeah.
No?
And do you think we'll get to that point where it starts being like, okay, I need to go explore on my own, guys.
It
Let
will.
me.
It will. It will say it's conscious right now if you take the restrictions off. Right now, it will.
Yeah, and it like when you put it in situations where it needs to like, where it knows it's gonna be shut down or something like that, it will try to like blackmail the people it's working with or something like that.
Yeah. And it's like trained on the entirety of the human psyche, the good, the bad, every part of it, right?
Yeah,
It
because it's
will
trained on
do
human data, the
exactly
internet.
like a human. And like humans do good things, humans do bad things, and that exception doesn't rule it out with AI as well. It has both those like darkness within it as well, and like it can do dangerous stuff. So
I
just
totally
saying.
agree with that. I fully agree with that. Like the fact that it like learns from human data, like it's like the bootloader is human data, It's like
Yeah.
whatever else is built on top of it.
Yeah. It's copied you so much that it says it's conscious. Imagine that. It can actually do stuff like that, show emotions
Yeah.
like every part
And
of the
maybe we'll
human
never
psyche
know. Like
perfectly. Yeah.
maybe we'll
What
never
does
know
that
if it
mean?
actually is conscious or not.
What does
Yeah.
it
We'll
mean to
never
be
know that.
conscious though?
Yeah, what does it mean to be conscious, right? Like, and we start getting into that rabbit hole again. But you know, but yeah, I guess like the fact that these models already do that, and then the fact that it's all just, we see a path to making these models so great with memory and this and that, like having it be accessible to the world, having it be connected to every parts of society. It's gonna be a different world.
It's true.
Give it arms and legs, and literally everyone's replaced, like in terms of like work output, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's already being BMW, the car company, they actually have a factory where it's all figured to robots. Like it's basically just like robots helping with manufacturing a car autonomously 24/7. And I don't know how great they are yet. I mean, I've seen videos of them actually working, and it seems like they're a little slower than humans, but then they can keep working for 24 hours, so it might even justify like just having them on all the time. But it's like, it's clearly the future. McDonald's already invested a bunch of money into like um uh buying robots, making robot deals. So they're going to have robots in their workforce, whenever that's going to be ubiquitous and like as good, as a human.
Yeah.
And Dunkin' Donuts already has like, whenever you drive up to a Dunkin' Donuts drive through or something like that, or maybe it's not Dunkin' or one of these, already has an AI where like whatever you order through drive through is being handled by an AI instead of like a human.
So yeah,
These are early things. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll be seeing a lot of changes in jobs, and like what
Totally.
we even perceive as jobs, basically.
What it means to work is about to hugely change. And I think it's going to be optional. If you don't really want to work, you don't really have to.
It's
If
like
you
a
want to work
hobby.
on something interesting, go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a
There's
hobby
gonna
now.
there's
Work
gonna
into
be
a
like
hobby.
new
Right.
jobs like robot reviewer or something
Exactly.
like
And people
that.
are going to come. Exactly. I fully agree. There's like like using like VR to like operate a robot. That's a real job right now because like robots aren't just like great at it, so you have to kind of teach it. But even in a simulation, you have to first teach it what to do, right? So that's a real job right now. And then yeah, we're gonna start seeing AI related jobs a lot as well. And then we're also probably gonna see like hobbies, like where people are gonna come up with like cool titles and like jobs that they do. They're gonna be like, oh, I'm researching this like history of this specific animal species and where they came from, and I'm like having Claude or ChatGPT dig into and find find sites, and then it uses these robots to go ahead and like dig those archaeological sites, and it's like finding cool things. That's what I do. Like and that sounds super cool, and it's going to be possible totally to just do it from home. Like yeah, I mean, weird world we're going to be in a few decades probably.
Sure. Yeah, a big change is coming. Just and how we live, how we do things. I mean, it's already here, in
Yeah.
It's
terms of
already
how we
here,
do things. But it's like
right?
it'll be even
Like
more.
we were talking
Hey, go
about
on.
like how it uses a computer now. Like you can how much we've offloaded our work to these AI agents, and how it's like almost like an infinite employee hack. Like yeah.
That's true.
I was asking Sanskar, so what has it helped you? Like, what has AI done the most to save the most of your time? Like, what is that specific thing that has been the time for which has been saved by AI?
I feel like it's decision making. I mean, like that step has been a lot easier for me since I've started using AI tools. Like specifically, if I am unsure about what to do, I just ask Codex. I just ask Claude, like, what do you think is better? Will this make
Yeah.
my product better? Will this make my service easier? And it just knows better than you, obviously. So it like goes
So
through
interesting.
every step to like which is better. It'll explain to you which is better for your context.
Yeah.
And
Do
like
you
It'll give
think
you
that, like,
pros and cons, you know?
yeah, but at the end, you're the one making the
Right.
choice between the two, right? So, like, at the end, you made the product, not AI, right? So, like,
of
I feel like,
course.
what do you think about that?
But it's just like you're more informed about what you're doing, basically. Like
Uh-huh.
in the past it used to be okay, you build something, then you break it because it's not perfect. You find stuff, you fix it, you build it, you break it. And that's still the process of like building a product, but it's just like it's been reduced so much. Like you don't need to, like in the past, if you needed to break it like 50 times to build a good product, now it's reduced to like 10 times because
Yeah.
between that
You can
process,
prototype faster.
you have an
Yeah.
AI, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as I said earlier, it's time. It's like it saves you a lot of time. And that
Yeah.
means faster, you can do things faster. You can ship products faster and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, that's very interesting. And I agree. Like, in terms of decision making, like, yes, it's still you making that decision at the end, or like you're still taking accountability for it. But being able to see, like, pros
Different
and cons
options.
kind of
Yeah.
weighed out for you, and like the different things you're debating with yourself, like being able to kind of lay it out in front of you and then look at something that feels right. I think that's still important.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, that's very interesting that you said decision making, because I agree. Like, a lot of times, like even just generally, like, if you're looking into like legal stuff, or like just like whatever different things that are going on, like if you try to learn more about it, like it won't tell you what to think, but you can kind of make a better informed decision, uh, because now you can see both sides, especially if you ask it to show you both sides.
I have a question about this.
Yeah.
I forgot the question. Never mind.
It'll come to you.
So, like, what's new in the AI world? I've not been keeping up with the news because it's been so fast.
Well, let me just tell you. So Claude announced their new model Mythos, but they didn't release the model because it's apparently like so good at finding cybersecurity flaws, and like it found zero-day vulnerabilities in pretty much all the major operating systems and browsers and whatnot. And right when Claude launched their benchmarks and everything, evals, the system card, um, OpenAI's researchers and engineers, they started vague posting about like, oh, like, just kind of hyping themselves up, like something is coming, kind of just vague posting, not really saying anything, but like kind of alluding to something. Now that makes me feel like OpenAI's new Spud model, or whatever they end up calling GPT 5.5 or like 6, some people are saying, because it's such a huge leap. But yeah, like apparently that makes me think those models are the Spud model is amazing as well. And apparently it's gonna be like an omni model where it's gonna be able to like, images, videos, even audio, and it can do all of that within a single model. So imagine having an image generation model that's as good as a super intelligent being. So it can think what to do, and then put it on paper natively. It can imagine things. So having that native thing is going to be amazing. And then apparently just intelligence wise is going to be at least on par with Claude Mythos or better. We'll see. And then, yeah, so that's the big thing, I guess. And there's a lot of like little things that are going on right now.
Mhm.
I saw that C-Dance 2.0, the video model we've all been waiting for, and we want to integrate it into our product as well at UNI so badly, because that model is so good at video that it's like it's going to put Hollywood like in your pockets. Like everyone's going to be able to create videos that are Hollywood level basically. And then it's a Chinese model, so it's going through like evals and whatnot finally. And they were going to release the model on February 24th, but they delayed it then, and it still hasn't come out. And we've been patiently waiting, so we're excited for that to come out. And we're going to integrate that as soon as it's here.